Good morning, my dear students. This is Neeraj Kumar, your English teacher. Today, as well, I am here to continue chapter number 6, Weathering the Storm in Arsama. I hope you will be listening to me very carefully. So, now let's get ready. For the next 2 days, Prashant sat huddled with his friend's family in the open on the rooftop. So there had been 2 days continuously. Prashant kept on staying on the roof of his friends with his friend's family. They froze in the cold and incessant rain. The rainwater washed away Prashant's tears, and they had to face a lot of problem. Even the continuous rain washed Prashant's tears. The only thought that flashed through his mind was whether his family had survived the fury of super cyclone. Was he to be revealed once again? So again and again he was thinking of his family. Something was hammering, something was torturing his mind. Again and again he was thinking of his family, whether the family members of Prashant family, whether they survived or not. He kept on thinking of them, whether the people are alive or not. So in case the people are no more in the world, again, he has got to cry a lot, right? Now let us move ahead. Two days later, which seemed to Prashant like 2 years, the rain ceased and the rain water slowly began to recede. Prashant was determined to seek out his family without further delay. So, after 2 days, that seemed 2 years for Prashant. When the rain ceased and the water of due to rain slowly began to recede, that means got decreased slowly. Prashant determined and made a commitment to himself that anyhow he has got to seek out his family without further delay. Means he doesn't have to waste time now, and he has got to come out and face the problem and in the search of his family without wasting time. But the situation was still dangerous, and his friend's family pleaded with Prashant to stay back a little while longer. But Prashant knew he had to go. But the family members of Prashant's friends, they pleaded, they made a request to stay for some time. But he was very much compelled to come out from there in the search of his family members. So he had to go from there. He equipped himself with a long, sturdy stick, then started on his 18-kilometer expedition back to his village through the swollen flood waters. So he prepared himself arranged a long sturdy stick, and with the help of that started uh, moving started moving towards his village. And it was 18 kilometers expedition. It was a journey he would never forget. He constantly had to use his stick to locate the road, to determine where the water was more shallow. So, as he had stick, with the help of that, he kept creating his own way, and tried very hard to find and locate the way. Fine. And with the help of that, he could find where the water was shallow or not. Now let us move ahead. At places it was waist deep and progress was slow. At several points he lost the road and had to swim. After some distance he was relieved to find two friends of his uncle who were also returning to their village. They decided to move ahead together. So, on the way, he had to face a lot. He struggled very hard. He made so many efforts to, get going towards his village. At some places, it was waist deep, and at several points, he lost the road as well, where he had to swim. But after some time and after some distance, he encouraged himself as he found two friends of his uncle who were also returning their village. Now let us move ahead, my dear students. I repeat this line. At places it was waist deep and progress was slow. At several points he lost the road and had to swim. After some distance he was relieved to find two friends of his uncle who were also returning to their village. They decided to move ahead. So on the way he faced lot of struggle, lot of obstacles, lot of hurdles, right? At several points he lost the road, and after some time, after some distance, he got relaxed when he saw two friends of his uncle who were also returning their village. Now they decided to move ahead together. Let us continue, my dear students. As they waded through the waters, the scenes they witnessed grew more and more macabre. They had to push away many human bodies, man, women, children, and carcasses of dogs, goats, cattle, that the current swept against them as they moved ahead. In every village that they passed, they could barely see a house standing. Prashant now wept out loud and long. He was sure that his family could not have survived this catastrophe. So, as they met each other, and goat continued moving towards the village. On the way, they saw very terrible and I should say horrendous scenes. While moving towards the village, they had to push away many human bodies, man, women, children, and the dead bodies of dogs, goats, and cattle. Right? And they found the villages on the way, where means it was very rare. They could see a house standing, means all got destroyed because of that super cyclone. Right? It was very rare. It was very rare a house standing, on the way, seen by them. Prashant now wept out loud and long. So having seen such a terrible, such a horrendous scene, you know, he was quite traumatized. Now he became sure that his family could not have survived just because of that super cyclone. So, my dear students, that's enough for the day. I hope you must have understood. Thank you very much.